Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini chords.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 294 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Andrew, and he writes, Mass for Father's Day this morning went well. Parts of the Mass were sung to the Glendalough Mass by Liam Lawton. The school's REC is a guitarist. REC stands for Religious Education Co-Ordinator. I've rigged up a mixer to feed through the organ's amplifier and speakers. He puts his amplified acoustic guitar through it, plus a couple of microphones for the singers. He leads with rhythmic strumming, and he has a small choir consisting of students from his class who lead the singing quite well. I add judicious, unobtrusive organ support beneath. I create my own organ accompaniment for the Mass setting, reading from the choral keyboard score and blending the parts so that the soprano line of what I'm playing doubles the congregation's melody, but I add other bits from the keyboard accompaniment to make it interesting. Playing only the SATB part or only the organ part doesn't work. It has to be an amalgam of the two. Some of the songs come with melody and guitar chords only, but fortunately I learned many years ago how to improvise my own accompaniments based only upon this material. In the end, it was all okay. I don't choose the songs as that's not my job, but stylistically, I can play just about anything that gets thrown at me. One of the songs was handed to me shortly before the Mass. I had not seen it before, but it was dead easy, mostly based around the chords of C and G and D major chord thrown in here and there for good measure. The opening song was a bit of a problem. At one point I was playing a G minor chord as marked on the score, but my colleague was strumming G major. Also, he suddenly decided to cut the third verse of the final song and wrap it all up after just 2 verses. But I tried to keep my wits about me at all times. I caught this just in time and was able to round it all off smoothly. Just as well, I love theater organ music as those keyboard stylings come in handy for some songs. Now I hope to get back to some of my own work. So Andrew plays organ accompaniments for the choir, and also this choir is being led by a guitarist, as I understand, right?
Yes.
This is not an easy job to do for an organist, actually, to provide accompaniments sometimes based entirely on the chords, abbreviations of chords.
Yes, it's not an easy if you don't know harmony and have no experience, but it's very often a case that, especially church songs come with only one line.
Mm-hmm.
And some chords written, as for a guitar?
To me, I can relate a little bit to this because it's part of the improvisation, right? Tradition. You could play just the chords with or without the pedals, and that would be almost fine, but not that interesting. But if you, for example, take a solo stop on the organ and play some melodies over that accompaniment, and remember the choir is singing and guitarist is playing the harmony too, then you are sort of creating an additional solo line, like a descant, with the pedal accompaniment in the bass line too. That would be like a short choral prelude, don't you think?
Yes, but I think you could do that if congregation knows particular hymn very well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you would start doing such a sort of things with unfamiliar hymn, then I think nothing would happen. It would be hard for a congregation to follow you.
Obviously, you're right. And the way to do it is to play the bass line with the pedals, and with the left hand to take three upper parts in a closed position. So your thumb almost always plays the soprano line in the left hand. Maybe one octave lower. I don't know. And then the right hand plays on the second manual or the solo manual something nice which would suit the harmony and the choir too. But additional, not doubling the voices. You could double the tenor line actually, one octave higher. But you could actually improvise additional descant and it sounds nice.
As for myself, I'm more conservative, and when I am accompanying congregation, I'd like to do rather less than more. At least that's what works for my character.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I remember our last recital together, when we played that last motet.
Mm-hmm. By Hieronymus Praetorius.
That's right. And when, it felt for me that you were just like, a dog. Sorry for such a comparison. That got, out of his house and then free through the fields. You were adding so many, things that it was really hard to follow you.
What could you do? You could also feel like you are off the leash too.
And I felt lucky that this is the last piece on the recital and that you haven't started to do it right from the beginning. Because somebody still had to hold the rhythm together.
I was so happy that it was the last piece and I got so inspired by my speeches between the pieces that I told the public that we'll be improvising this intabulation, adding many flourishes and cadences and runs.
But he forgot to tell this for me before recital.
I didn't forget. I just didn't think about it.
No.
But you were okay about this? The final result?
I was okay, yes.
Okay.
Well...
But if I told you, that I was planning to do this like a week ago, before the recital, it would be too stressful for you.
So then, it's better to do it on the spot, that's right, yes. During recital.
To suffer just for 3 minutes is better than for 7 days.
Well, yes, but to make a long story short, I think it's nice to add things, but you need to make it tasteful and to fit the occasion.
Mm-hmm. Was my improvisation tasteful at the time?
Well...
You doubt it?
I think it suited because it was the last piece on the recital.
Mm.
When the public, sort of forgives you many things.
Thank you. You were very nice.
You're welcome.
Should I listen to my recording One more time.
I don't know.
Would I play?
I would be too scared off to listen to it.
Interesting. But that's what happens when you improvise. Sometimes you think you're playing one thing, but sometimes your public is hearing this another thing, and your partner in this case, Oshra, is listening to the third thing at all. So you have to be aware of your surroundings.
Yes, that's right. So basically, I would suggest, sometimes to make recordings of yourself, especially, when you create your own accompaniments, and to listen how it sounds from
the distance,
yes.
or after the mass, or after
because maybe everything will be just fine, and you will love it, but maybe you will get just different opinion after listening to yourself from the side. But anyway, I think Andrew does a wonderful job. I really respect people who are very creative and are very brave actually, and wants to try new things and improvise just as Vidas or Andrew do.
What do you mean, Vidas? Is that a compliment?
Yes, it is.
Wow, thank you. Guys, today will be my very lucky day. I received my third compliment this morning from Osha.
I'm glad you like it.
How many compliments did I give you today?
I don't remember. Maybe none yet.
When we stop this recording, we'll start counting, right? Thank you, guys. This was Vidas.
And Osha.
Please send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow, and we hope that our answers are either educational for you, or inspiring, or even entertaining. This was Vidas.
And Osha.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your SS courses and all your help."
Robert writes, "I found the fingerings, registration ideas and general comments to be excellent."
John writes, "I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you are there teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor."
Robert writes, "It has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material, as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching."
Ron writes, "Hi Vidas and Osha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home, and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Osha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward."
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total education-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.